A brand new late 2014 J Flight 32B HDS just came in here at Haylett Auto and RV of Coldwater, Michigan. You can tell is a 2014 and a half as opposed to an early 2014 by the different graphics right here. The early 2014 still said J Flight on the front. The newest breed here, like this, have just a giant Jayco logo on the front to really let you know immediately who builds this and what kind of quality you can expect. What's nice is they really didn't change anything from a structural standpoint. They didn't need to. This is already the #1 selling travel trailer in North America. Has been since 2005, and that margin actually continues to grow, not shrink. A lot of reasons for it. All the materials in this are either higher quality, heavier grade, or greater thickness, basically. It's one of the reasons that this has twice the warranty of anything else in its class, which is a thing you can generally say about Jaycos across the board. We have outfitted this pretty nicely, but always do me a favor and double check the options list that we have on the one that you're looking at. I take the time to really write out every single option that we put into these so that you have a clear idea of what you're purchasing for your dollar. Most dealerships aren't going to take the extra time to do that. So this one we're looking at might have power awning and aluminum wheels, which is generally how we are going to equip this floor plan. But every now and then, the factory might call us and say, hey, another dealer ordered one and then couldn't pay for it. So we have this thing sitting here, and we might pick one up real quick that you know, isn't necessarily built how we would normally prefer it to be built. Let me check the color scheme here. This is called Sandalwood, which is the leatherette. Again, always take a look at the color of the one that we have in stock. It may not necessarily match this video, but in general, what I want to show you here is the floor plan and tell you about J Flights. You see the appointments are absolutely a step above anything else in their class. The furniture is a higher grade. A lot of people walk into a Jayco and just say, it just feels more solid. They don't know how else to describe it. It just feels solid. And a lot of that is because they are using the heavier grade materials. For instance, right here you notice the drawers are all plywood construction. They're not press board with a wrap. They're not particle board. They're none of those things. The bigger J Flights like this, we like to have the 33% larger refrigerator. We also like to have a 50% more powerful air conditioner, a 15,000 instead of a 13.5. Now, something you can't really see in this video is the thermal package that we add to these. They add an extra layer of R14 thermal foil insulation, which is literally stuff NASA has used in space flights for insulation properties. They add an extra layer of that to the floor, the ceiling, and to the slide outs. And that's something that's actually pretty amazing. Very few RVs insulate the slide outs. Jayco does it across the board. Something else Jayco switched over to this year is their Denver mattress brand bed mats and master beds. These are thicker, more plush than virtually anything else I've ever seen, and it is residential grade. Your J-Cube sofa here is really cool because it can be converted into a lounge, a sofa, almost like a king-size bed. And you see the upper bunk here is just on a pair of struts that goes up and down very easily. Another note on their construction, most manufacturers' upper beds are rated for 150 to 250. Jayco's are 300. Everything is a step heavier, stronger. Moving forward here, the television is generally included with any of these. We tend to order these with the technology package, which will get you both the TV as well as the stereo DVD player that you see down here. And it's the little touches that I like in these J Flights. For instance, a shoe garage. It's not a major deal. It doesn't cost you anything more. It doesn't cost them more to build. But if you've ever owned a bunkhouse like this, like I have, you know that all the shoes end up in a giant pile by the door. So something as simple as a spot to stick your shoes when you come in the front door is just an awesome usability feature. You may have noticed throughout you're going to get cloth shades instead of metal blinds. Again, everything is a step nicer in here. And I don't know what else to say other than, like I said, this has been the #1 seller since 2005, and Jayco is the #1 selling brand to second-time RV buyers. That's got to tell you quite a bit right there. People who have bought a camper and learned the pitfalls of RVing have realized that Jayco is the way to invest their money. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett Auto and RV of Coldwater, Michigan.